Action indeed is the sole medium of expression for ethics. Jane Addams. Exterior garden pathway. Four women walk through the fields or woods, chatting amiably as they birdwatch. They carry parasols to shield themselves from the sun and perhaps have binoculars around their necks. A title card says Chicago 1910.
What are we to do now? How are we to defend ourselves against the worst of men?
Indeed. If the men of Chicago are going to take away our hatpins, they must make the streets safe.
They urge us to dress modestly, as though our manner of dress has any impact on the vileness of a masher's mind.
No man has the right to tell me how to dress or what I shall wear.
And yet, the city council may now fine you $50 for the privilege of protecting yourself. And if you refuse to pay that outrageous sum, you will wind up in jail, like the women of Australia.
What is it that you find so amusing about our predicament, Was it not you, Clara, yourself, who petitioned to speak at the hearings?
And Alice, I have heard you speak with great passion on the right of women to defend themselves against mashers, to preserve our budding independence of movement. Has your mind somehow been changed?
Oh, heavens forbid, Minnie, no. I remain a steadfast advocate for our freedoms. It is merely that Clara and I have perhaps found a more thorough technique for warding off unwanted attention.
And more enjoyable as well.
Then we charge you as friends and as sisters in our oppression.
Do not withhold these techniques from us. One moment longer.
You will not shrink at what you see?
These techniques come from the English suffragettes and may perhaps prove too ungenteel for ladies of your good breeding.
Alice, have we not been friends since girlhood? Do you not know my lion's heart?
And my face may be dainty as a rose, but my stem is steel.
Well then, ladies, you already have in your hands the means of your deliverance.
Clara gestures to the parasols that Minnie and Ida hold, and to the similar closed ones in Alice and her hands. Alice and Clara gestured the other two women to a slightly more secluded spot and then turned to each other on guard.
The world sees an innocuous parasol, but it can be so much more.
Last week, a masher insisted with a leer that he would see me home and seized my arm, and I served him thus.
And should a masher attempt the offense of an unwanted kiss, you may serve him thus.
Well, what if one strike does not deter him?
What if it inflames him?
Then one can be more insistent in one's dissuasion. Clara?
Oh, the English suffragettes, you say?
I believe they called it bartitsu.
It's more serviceable than the fencing we learned as girls.
And if your masher is in his cups and will not leave off his abuse, does this bartitsu teach one to adapt to each challenge as it comes?
Please do not think less of us, dear friends, but Clara and I have been sparring.
Like boxers?
Indeed!
Clara, Alice.
Ladies! For that breach in modesty, your punishment must be to demonstrate for us at once.
Alice and Clara circle one another, and then there is a flurry of fighting. As the sparring continues, the women get riled up by it, giving in to the heady joy of being dangerous in their own right. At the end, Clara does a jujitsu move that brings Alice to the ground where she lies shaking. The ladies rush over to assist, but Alice is laughing, not crying.
Exceedingly well done, Clara. I did not see that final attack. I did not anticipate it one bit, clearly. I must practice more diligently.
I think I know how we shall all be engaged for afternoons to come. The birds may wish to watch us for a change.
The ladies pick themselves up, straighten themselves out, and move back towards the regular path.
And should all else fail, you can always secret your hat pin in one of your pockets.
You have pockets?
Be militant in your own way. Those of you who can break windows, break them. Those of you who can still further attack the secret idol of property, do so.
And my last word is to the government. I incite this meeting to rebellion. Take me if you dare. Emmeline Pankhurst, 1912.